Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Mata yataniyam puntam ayusa eka putta manurakke evam pisamba bhutesu mana sambhavaye aparimanam. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in Dhamma, again we start our Dhamma program. Here we are going to explain the Buddhist meditation techniques. As I mentioned before, Buddhist meditation means purifying one's mind, mental culture. By practicing meditation techniques, little by little, we overcome negativities or negative thoughts from our mind. With right understanding, throughout listening to Dhamma, with the association of good friends, we understand the world nature. With this understanding in one side, we recognize the things which happen to beings. Our life depends on the karmic law. We go in our life according to our karmic energy. In one side, we have to develop good spiritual activities. For that, we can practice 3 meritorious deeds: generosity, virtue, and meditation. Among these 3 things, Buddha says the importance of practicing loving kindness meditation. All the meditation techniques in Buddhism can be summarized into 2. They are Samatha Bhavana and Vipassana Bhavana. Samatha Bhavana means concentration meditation, keeping our attention in the present moment with a positive thought. There are 40 meditation techniques that we can see in Buddha's teachings. Among them, I think already you have practiced some techniques such as breathing meditation, Buddhanusati, the contemplation of the Buddha's qualities, Dhammanupassana, the qualities of the Dhamma, Sanghanusati, the contemplation of the qualities of the Sangha, Dhatu Manasikara, the contemplation of elements, like that. These are the meditation techniques that we use to concentrate our mind in the present moment. When we concentrate our mind in a particular wholesome object, we are able to overcome negative thoughts from our mind. Especially by practicing Samatha Bhavana, concentration meditation, we trained our mind to overcome 5 hindrances or Pancha Nivarana. What are the Pancha Nivarana? They are Kamachanda, sensual pleasure, Vyapada, ill will, Thenamidda, sloth and torpor, Uddhacca, restlessness and worry, and Vicikicca, skeptical doubt. These are the 5 hindrances. By practicing Samatha meditation techniques, concentration meditation techniques, focusing our mind in the present moment, little by little, we reduce these negative thoughts from our mind. As the result of practicing this path, we can concentrate our mind in a particular object, and also we can become the state of Brahma realm. This is the way how we can make a Brahma realm in this human life. When we practice Samatha Bhavana, and also if we are able to overcome these 5 hindrances from our mind, then we are in the Brahma realm mentally. Even though physically we are in the human realm, but mentally we are in the Brahma realm. We can see the beauty of our life. And also, especially when we practice loving kindness meditation, we can overcome stress from our mind. That is why a lot of psychiatrists are recommended to practice loving kindness meditation to overcome stress for their clients. The reason is that we mostly suffer because of anger. If we are able to overcome anger from our mind, we can overcome more than 50% stress from our mind. That is why we need to practice loving kindness meditation in our day-to-day life as much as we can. Not only that, the other technique that psychiatrists have recommended to practice for their clients for stress management is that mindfulness, or keeping our attention in the present moment, being aware of our body and mind. We always live in the past or future. That is why we have a lot of problems. If we are able to keep our attention in the present moment, we can overcome stress from our mind. Especially when we practice loving kindness meditation, thinking thus, may all beings be well, happy and peaceful again and again. We can overcome anger or ill will from our mind. Then we can see the beauty of our mind. And also Buddha says, especially in the discourse of Velama, the highest quality, highest spirituality or merit in the mundane level is that practicing loving kindness meditation, thinking thus, may all beings be well, happy and peaceful. Again and again we think it. Buddha says in Karanimata Sutta, Yantan Santam Padang Avisamecha Sabbe Satta Bhavantu Sukhitatta. He who wishes to attain the peace of mind should have to practice loving kindness meditation, thinking thus, may all the beings in the world be well, happy and peaceful. We practice loving kindness meditation not only mentally, but we practice it physically and verbally too. In our day-to-day life, when we do some activities, we do all things with a compassionate heart, with a metta heart, metta thoughts. Not only that, when we speak something, we always keep our attention in metta bhavana. At the beginning, when we practice loving kindness meditation, we usually do it in a sitting posture. But little by little we go forward. We can practice it in 4 postures: standing, walking, sitting, lying down. In these 4 postures, we can practice it. When we walk, when we stand, when we sit, when we work something, and when we talk with someone, everywhere, every moment, we can practice it and we can see the results. On the other side, before we practice this meditation, we should have the discipline in our speech and behavior. Buddha says 3 disciplines: Sila, Samadhi and Panya. Virtue, concentration and wisdom. Here Sila is very important. Especially in the Karanimata Sutta, the Metta Sutta, Buddha emphasized the importance of having moral conduct. That is why Buddha says, Nacha Buddhan Samachare Kinchi Yena Vinyo Pariupadinyo. We should not do any slight wrong activity which is criticized by the wise. Especially, we practice 5 precepts. If we are able to practice 5 precepts, it is very easy to practice loving kindness meditation. Sila, or virtue, is the foundation of our spiritual path. That is why Buddha says in Jata Sutta, the discourse of Jata, Sile patittaya naro sapanyo chittang panyancha bhavayam atapi nipako bhikkhu soiman vijate jata. He who practices concentration and insight meditation, living in discipline, he is able to overcome inside and outside problems. That is the path of solution of our problems. In this situation, sila or virtue is very important. Here, it is very important to understand 5 precepts. Abstaining from taking life, abstaining from stealing, sexual misconduct, stealing, and using drugs. This path is very important to practice and go forward on the path of liberation. And especially, Buddha says, he who wishes to attain the peace of mind should have to loving kindness meditation. Not only that, we should have some qualities at the beginning on the path of liberation, on this path, such as honesty, discipline. These are the qualities. Skillfulness, sakko, ujuja, suvachocha, samudvanatimani, gently spoken, not conceit. These are the qualities that we should have at the beginning of the path of liberation. It is very easy to go forward little by little by practicing the Dhamma. And also, the very important thing here that we should know. First, I explained the importance of having vision. Vision should be front, then mission. Vision with the karmic law, we go to the samatha or samma samadhi, right concentration. But with the understanding of the divine origination, with this vision, we don't stop in samatha. When mind is concentrated, samahito bhikkhave yatha bhutam bhajanati. When mind is concentrated, we reflect on the world reality as it is, the impermanence. This is very important. Sometimes some other religious disciples ask some questions from monks at the period of the Buddha. They say that we also practice loving kindness meditation. Your teacher, the Buddha also teaches the loving kindness meditation. Therefore, both of us are same. There Buddha said, no. Even though you and I practice loving kindness meditation, our meditation techniques are different. What is the difference in Buddhism? Buddha says, we don't stop in loving kindness meditation. We practice loving kindness meditation focusing on liberation, focusing on the leisure. Viraganissitang, vivekanissitang, nirodhanissitang, vasagga parinami. I guide my disciples to practice loving kindness meditation, focusing on cessation of suffering and also focusing on liberation. That is a very important thing. In one side, we practice loving kindness meditation, and also when we practice loving kindness meditation, other 3 mental states develop, such as karuna, compassion, mudita, sympathetic joy, and upekha, equanimity. These 4 things go together. They are Brahma Vihara, the highest mental states in the Brahma realm, the 4 sublime states. When we practice loving kindness, we have a compassionate heart. When other people are suffering, we have a warm heart. Not only that, when other people are successful, we are happy. We have sympathetic joy, the quality of mudita. Not only that, when we understand the karmic law, sometimes we can't control some situations. Then we become equanimity. These four things, the Brahmas are living with. The Brahma realm beings are dwelling with these four sublime states: Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Day by day, we should go forward on this path. We should increase the duration of practice in loving kindness meditation. Buddha says in Abhijñā Sutta, the discourse of Abhijñā, Buddha explains the importance of practicing samatha and vipassana. As a wise person, we can practice the highest qualities with our supramundane knowledge, are that concentration and insight meditation. We should dedicate our entire life to increase the duration of concentration and wisdom meditation. In one side, we use some kind of samatha bhavana techniques, and also we increase the duration of samatha bhavana. When mind is concentrated, we reflect on impermanence, anicca, arising and ceasing of our body and mind, or five aggregates. This is the Buddhist path. When we go forward little by little on this path, we are able to overcome greed, anger, and delusion. In the primary level, by practicing samatha bhavana such as loving kindness meditation, we reduce greed and anger. And also by practicing insight meditation, we directly focus on reducing ignorance or delusion. This is the highest advice in Buddhism. Before Buddha appeared in the world, there were a lot of ascetic people who practiced samatha bhavana to the maximum level, up to neva sanya, na sanyayatana in the formless realms. After Buddha appeared in the world, Buddha explained the way how we eradicate ignorance completely with the understanding of the dependent origination. We understand the nature of our life. What is the nature of our life? Our life is the five aggregates: Rupa, forms; Vedana, feelings; Sanya, perception; Sankhara, mental formations; and Vijnana, consciousness. These five things every moment arise. They cease together at the moment. When we experience something through our senses, we experience something as the result of our previous actions. That very first experience is very instant. That arises and immediately ceases. Then, when we understand something, when we recognize something, the first experience, such as our eye forms, eye consciousness, eye contact, eye feelings, they have already ceased when we recognize something. We understand something not through our eye consciousness, but through our mind consciousness. This is the reality. Buddhism doesn't say that there is not form. Actually, there are forms in this world, but that forms arise at the moment according to our present mental condition. It always changes according to our mental condition. And also we always live with our mind consciousness. That mind consciousness also with other aggregates such as Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara. These five aggregates every moment arise with the conditions, and they immediately cease without remaining anything. But the previous thought influences the present thought, and the present thought influences the next thought, but the previous thought as it is didn't come to the present thought will not go to future from the present. This is the nature of our life. If we can understand this reality, we always keep our attention in the present moment by using mindfulness, practicing mindfulness meditation. Then, little by little, we are able to overcome ignorance. When ignorance ceases, automatically attachment and detachment, or greed and anger reduces or cease. Then day by day, we purify our mind. When we cleanse our mind, our inner peace, our spiritual happiness gradually increases. The reason is that the path of liberation is visible results, immediately effective. We can see the results in this immediate life according to our dedication and courage, according to our understanding. With this understanding, we give the priority to practice this path, and also we do everything giving the priority to our spiritual development. Now, we are going to practice again loving kindness meditation, and end of the loving kindness meditation practice, we are going to develop mindfulness and insight meditation too. Okay, dear friends in Dhamma, in this session we are going to practice Samatha and Vipassana meditation. First, we practice loving kindness or Metta Bhavana. Then we practice again breathing meditation, and end of breathing meditation, we practice insight meditation, reflecting on impermanence. Okay, for that, please get ready. Okay, relax your body, please. Take a deep breath. Once again. Relax your body, please, again. Be aware of your body posture. Okay, keep your attention around the nose, upper lip in the present moment. Now I am going to practice loving kindness meditation for those who are in this universe. May all beings at this place be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this state be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this country be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this continent be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this earth be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this solar system be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this galaxy, the Milky Way, be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. this universe be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this entire world be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. I see the all over the world like my family, like my children. I spread the loving kindness thoughts to everyone in this universe. My mind is so calm and quiet. My mind is so peaceful with loving kindness and compassion. My mind is free from anger. I am like a Brahma. I am so happy with my positive thoughts, with loving kindness thoughts. I spread loving kindness thoughts to everyone, those who are in this world. Always I think with loving kindness thoughts. I behave with loving kindness. I speak with loving kindness. I do everything with loving kindness. I walk with loving kindness. I stand with loving kindness. I sit with loving kindness. I lie down with loving kindness. My mind is filled with loving kind thoughts. I am compassionate with other people are suffering. I am happy when other people are successful. And also when I am unable to control some world realities, then I make a balanced mind, equal mind. I become equanimity, upekha. I always practice with these four sublime states: metta, karuna, mudita, upekha. Loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These are the four sublime states with the Brahmas dwell in the Brahma realm. I make a Brahma realm in this human life. I always fill my mind with loving kindness thoughts. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. I am friendly with everyone, even though some people angry with me, but I never angry with anyone or anything in this world. I always spread loving kindness thoughts to everyone in this universe. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they attain the final bliss of liberation, the everlasting happiness, Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in Dhamma, with this understanding, day by day, you can develop your loving kindness thoughts. Our happiness completely depends on purifying our mind. Purification of our mind completely depends on the duration of practicing concentration and insight meditation. That is why Buddha says, as a wise person who was born in this world, the highest quality that he can practice are samatha and vipassana, concentration and insight meditation. Therefore, day by day, we should try to increase the duration of concentration and insight meditation time in our life. This is the real way that we give a value to our this real life. This is the real way that we can increase the value of our life by listening to Dhamma with the association of good friends, with the understanding of the world reality. If we can increase the duration of concentration meditation, especially loving kindness meditation, then we can see our success. We can see the results in this immediate life. This is the nature of the Dhamma. With this understanding, we can live without anger among the people, those who are angry. This is the real success in our life. Buddha says, Susukangmata jivama verinesu averino, verinesu manusyesu viharam averino. Let's live happily without anger among the people, those who are angry. This is the measurement that we are successful. Not only that, Buddha says, Susukangmata jivama aturesu anatura, aturesu manusyesu viharama anatura. Let's live happily without mental illnesses among the people, those who are mentally ill. This is also one of the successes in our life. We always try to go forward in our education and our economy. But the real success is here, according to what Buddha taught us. if we can make an unshakable mind, friendly mind, healthy mind among the people, those who are mentally ill, among the people, those who are angry. This is the real success in our life. If we are able to go forward on this path day by day, then we can increase our spiritual happiness day by day. While we are going to old age, sicknesses and death, the very important thing, if we practice the Dhamma, our inner peace, spiritual happiness, mental culture, day by day develops. This is the real success in our life. But in the world, the common people, while they are going to old age, sicknesses and death, their happiness day by day decreases. But we, the Buddha's disciples, when we practice the Dhamma, even though we are going to old age and sicknesses, our happiness also increases day by day. This is the real success that we can see in our life. If we are on this path, it means we are getting the results from the message of the Buddha, who explained us very kindly for 45 years. Now, we are going to practice breathing meditation. End of breathing meditation practice, we reflect on impermanence inside meditation too. Finally, our real success depends on reducing ignorance or delusion. Delusion is the main reason of all the negativities, all the negative thoughts. If we are able to reduce delusion or ignorance from our mind, automatically all other negative thoughts disappear. All other negative emotions cease. This is the nature of reducing ignorance or delusion. This is the nature of practicing wisdom. When we practice, develop wisdom, all the negativities gradually decrease, they cease. Therefore, we have to reflect on impermanence as much as we can. As a wise person, the highest quality that we can practice is that insight meditation or reflecting on impermanence. Our entire life is the present thought, the present moment. The present moment, the present thought always arises and ceases. If we are able to be mindful in the present moment, and also if we are able to reflect on impermanence of the present thought or present moment, then our entire life is successful. We have overcome the attachment of the five aggregates. Then we are free from suffering. This is the path of liberation. This is the thing that we are going to practice here. This is the thing that we should practice day by day in our life. Okay, dear Dhamma friends, please get ready to practice breathing meditation, Anapanasati Bhavana. Okay, relax your body, please. Be aware of your body posture from your legs to head and from your head to legs. And keep your attention around the nose or upper lip. I keep my full attention around the nose or upper lip at the present moment. At the same time, when I breathe in, I know that I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I know that I am breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. When I breathe in alone, I recognize that I am breathing in alone. When I breathe out alone, I recognize that I breathe out alone. When I breathe in short, I understand that I am breathing in short. When I breathe out short, I recognize that I breathe out short. Recognizing breathing in and out, long and short. I am breathing in and out. recognizing the entire breathing body. I am breathing in and out. Still, I keep my attention around the nose or upper lip. At the same time, I recognize the entire breathing body. It means the entire process of breathing in and out. But I keep attention only in the present moment around the nose or upper lip. When I contemplate on breathing in and out, little by little, my breathing in and out calming down, and also I feel happiness when my mind is concentrated. I completely keep my attention in the present moment, breathing in and out. Furthermore, I am breathing in and out, reflecting on impermanence. Every moment my body changes, my mind also changes. Everything is impermanent. Everything is dissatisfactory. Everything is selfless. My I is impermanent. Forms are impermanent. I consciousness is impermanent. Eye contact is impermanent. They every moment arise and also they immediately cease when conditions cease. Ear is impermanent. Sound is impermanent. Ear consciousness is impermanent. Ear contact is impermanent. They arise at the moment. They immediately cease at the moment. They are impermanent. They are dissatisfactory. And they are selfless. Nose is impermanent. Smell is impermanent. Nose consciousness is impermanent. Nose contact is impermanent. Every moment they arise together, they immediately cease when conditions cease. My tongue is impermanent, taste is impermanent, tongue consciousness is impermanent, tongue contact is impermanent, everything is impermanent. Everything arises and ceases. Body is impermanent, feeling is impermanent, body consciousness is impermanent, body contact is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything arises at the moment, they immediately cease. They are impermanent, they are dissatisfactory, they are selfless. Mind is impermanent, mental formations are impermanent, mind consciousness is impermanent, mind contact is impermanent. They arise and cease every moment. They are impermanent, they are dissatisfactory, they are selfless. These senses and objects are not mine, they are not me, they are not myself. They are only the conditions of some results. They are some results of some conditions. My entire life is the present moment, present thought. That present thought is not alone. It is with another four things. Five aggregates every moment arise. They arise together, they cease together. Rupa, forms, Vedana, feelings, Sanya, perception, Sankhara, mental formations, and Vijnana, consciousness. These five things arise together, they cease together. My entire life is that arising and ceasing of these five aggregates. They are not mine, they are not me, they are not myself. They are only the results of some conditions. Everything is impermanent. Everything is dissatisfactory. Everything is selfless. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in Dhamma, at this moment, we practice loving kindness meditation as a Samatha Bhavana, concentration meditation technique, and also we practice breathing meditation as a Samatha Bhavana, When mind is concentrated with breathing meditation, finally we reflect on impermanence, the Vipassana Bhavana inside meditation. Okay, friends in Dhamma, now you have another 10 minutes break and we will meet again 9:40. Okay, you can have a rest or you can, if you like, you can continuously practice your breathing meditation or inside meditation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.